50-person strength, and then their spear levy and their matchlock kachi.
Yeah, and by the way, I hit record again. So yeah, we're hearing the record again in the episode. But yeah,
Yes,
I think we turned out just fine. I whittled my navy down. I right-sized, as the term is, as the efficiency experts like to say. I right-sized the navy.
Ah, excellent.
How?
I have a brother.
You have a brother. Excellent. May he grow large and mighty. Kapla.
Because he's not able to bring his garrison troops out to break a siege, is he?
No.
Ah, yes. Excellent.
Whittle him down. Make him eat his own shoes. Man, if you ever read some of those sieges from history, they get pretty grim.
Yeah. That's fair. Oh! Yeah, why are you still on the ship? My foreign agent just was like, yeah, I'll stay aboard the ship. I'm an army officer, but I love the sea.
Oh, so he's like, I'm taking a vacation. Will you please subsidize it? I get it.
Do I want the Colt 36 Navy revolver, or do I want the British gunmaker's agent?
You want a British gunmaker's agent. British gunmakers of this period are phenomenal gunmakers. From Baker rifles and Whitworths and everything else. I mean, you're looking at infields especially, and then you start seeing things take off at light speed. Because when you look at like Martini Henry, Lee Metford, and all of these designs, you're like, oh shit, that's where it's starting to take off. That's where you're starting to see good ideas. And I know I reference Martini Henry a lot, and I know they weren't perfect because you have like rolled foil cartridges.
This is the era where nothing was perfect.
Well, exactly.
That is. Oh yeah, here we go.
See, now you made him mad, and now you can shell him. Shell him.
Okay, so they are bringing out 2 levy units.
All right, blow him up. Yeah, his army is small. Our army is spectacular. I dig those Elmer Fudd hats to the right. I love them.
Yes.
I think that's supposed to be like a Japanese portrayal of like the kepi, sort of hat, or the.
Well, and the Red Wigs, that's a specific clan, isn't it?
It's Tosa, I believe.
Tosa, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of foreign advisors came over to Japan, and you can kind of get a taste of that in The Last Samurai, but you'll find that the French had a huge impact over in Japan, and they even formed a small republic that lived on in the north of Japan after the rest of them folded. So it was kind of interesting. There were a lot of foreign actors at play. It was very interesting as an upheaval, I'm sure, to watch a country get kind of like jerked forward culturally in terms of technology base and everything else. Just that must have been wild.
Yeah.
Like, we are closed to the rest of the world. Okay, we're gonna open it and everything comes in all at once, and you're like, what?
No. All right, we'll make them attack out at us.
Dude, I'm going to shell the fuck out of everything. Can I have 1 infantry unit? Just 1. Not a great one. Just a little one. Just a little one. Give me a baby one. Give me like the...
I'll give you him, and I'll give you the spear levy.
Thank you. Because I want, just in case someone comes to fuck with the cavalry, I can march them forward in... Yeah, well, sorry, horse cannons. Yep. Horsey guns. That's what I'm going to call them. Horsey guns. Clip clop goes the horse. Pow pow goes the cannon.
And I gave you my general.
Huh? Oh.
A general. I gave you a general as well, so nice. You can counter.
I'm just hoping nobody clips any of this out of context, because they're going to think I'm insane.
No.
Prepare to defend, sir.
You say no like you know it's already happened. Like, nah, don't even think about it, because it will.
Listen, they got the clip of you saying ooh woo. It's true. Already done.
Oh, did you see that?
That was a good hit.
Wow. Yeah. Imagine looking to your right and seeing, like, tomato sauce. Be like, ooh. Once more with feeling. All right, next one's going into the horses. It's a long line drive down the parkway, and let's see how it lands. we're going to be using parrot guns because I think a 12 or a 9-pounder ought to be enough to slay a horse, and it looks like it is. These shells are actually working on contact. Unlike everything else in this period, these are reliable. I would love to see random cook-offs. I would love to see just airburst, you know.
Yeah. Well, airburst, and sometimes one of your guns just detonates for no reason.
Yeah, the battery just blows up. He takes it out of the box wrong, and it explodes.
No, what I try to angle for is over the course of the many fights, I will groom one general to be my siege general, and he'll get all the pluses that give extra ammo.
Yeah.
I'll put him in charge of a doom stack of parrot guns, Gatling guns with some infantry to support in case. And then the second army, which is the charge army, has all the
land
infantry.
like a pursuit army, like your Patton army.
Yep.
All right, so I may actually kill this fucking general. I may absolutely murder this dude.
There's just a line of dead people.
Well, my artillery crew, look, I made a deal with the artillery crew. I sighted the guns in, and I said, if we kill enough horses today, you guys are all going to get massages on me. We'll all get mani-pedis. It'll be fabulous, you know? And these guys work hard.
Oh, there he is. That was the general.
See, everyone gets a spa day. I think that's pretty fair. I mean, you're wearing...
Now they're charging.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Now that you're terrified, run toward the shooting things. Go ahead. See how that works. Bring your friends. I'll kill them, too. Oh, there we go. Yeah, go ahead. Lead your troops. It's hard doing that when you're dead.
Does it have as profound an effect in this game as it did in Empire and Napoleon?
Depends on the general and the army, because I remember in Empire and Napoleon, your armies could just shatter if your general was dead.
Yeah, they just dissolve.
But I think it's because a lot of your basic line troops have, like, no morale. They need to be built up. That's why the Napoleon troops are so tough, is because they have incredible morale. They just keep shooting. So I'm going to keep shelling those horses. Again, things people will take out of context, but, you know, I mean, I'm going to be me.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Oh, right, look at that. That guy's flying.
Yeah.
Nothing like dropping shells and realizing not only you're killing a horse, but you're killing a man and a dynasty. See, there are two kinds of people in the world: artillerymen and targets.
We are going to wrap the flanks forward a little bit.
Good news, sir. The enemy general is dead.
That's two generals. Yep. All right, so not only we're doing a spa day, but I insist I'm going to treat everyone, and I do mean everyone, to a pint of ice cream of their choice. I would be a very okay battery commander, I think. Kind of like that.
I'm dropping naval artillery support on their line, so worst case, they got to displace.
All right, looks like they're running toward us, which, that's catastrophic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get your little general here, and I'm going to get him very bloodied, so he can feel extra good. There we go.
Yep.
Oh no, don't end the battle yet. We need to run them down.
No, we're gonna run them down with the generals.
Oh yeah. Oh. Damn. Right as the artillery was gonna... You know what would be really cool for this style of game is to have a game this style where it's multiple planets and have it set in the Aliens universe. So you're running back and forth between the Aliens universe, and you're conquering little planets. You have multiple campaigns running on multiple worlds where you're fighting over resources, reinforcing bases, and then you're building ships and armies to go fight and whatever. And it's like you versus the corporations versus the UPP, which are the Soviet guys, versus, like black market guys. And then at a certain point, the aliens come on map, and that can like destabilize the whole game. Like, something like that would be fucking amazing, especially if you had a space combat thing. Oh, yeah. 3D,
Yeah.
please. Clan destroyed. Let's read the paper. Awaji Sumudo. The weak will always be crushed by the strong. Sun Tzu. 316. Oh, man.
132 and 152.
All right, so I am building up my militaries and so on. However, I have to briefly declare war really quickly. I don't need your help. Don't worry about it. I'm just declaring war on this guy. I broke my trade agreement with him, but I also am now in his capital, so it's kind of irrelevant. I'm just gonna auto-resolve it. Don't worry. It's just little bit of sneakery there, just a little bit of sneak, and yeah. Just,
You know what?
Yeah.
That is a wonderful looking uniform, though. It's
I love that
band
uniform.
major.
Oh.
And
It's you got to have a little panache on the battlefield, dude. I mean, look at the Franco-Prussian War. The French came out there, and they looked fantastic. Didn't do so great, but they looked fantastic. Hit the button, deputy. Hit the button.
Oh, I apologize.
Ah, yes. Here we are. All right, so province captured. Ah, yes. Clan destroyed. Copper acquired. There we go. I have been noted. I am noted.
Looks like you've got... Is that a separate territory? No, so you've got some rebels in the far north?
I do have rebels in the far north, and I am unhappy at that. I also have this other guy, Higo, that I'm actually at war with, which is unpleasant because I probably need to destroy him. So...
Well, I'll tell you what. Once I've got Tsushima under control, I'll bring my armies back and declare war on Higo and take care of him, because it looks like he's got no power in his capital.
What? Well, I can take him. I I just have to fast march my army and then hope that I can deal with these rebels. But here's my idea. One, I need to increase taxes temporarily because we are at war, so I have to increase taxes to like normal, which is going to make some people relatively upsetty spaghetti because war is expensive. So then I will go back to almost no taxes. But what you need to do then is bring your military down, and we need to wipe out Fuku. God damn it. Goto. CS Goto Island. See Goto Island. CS Goto Island. That's where you're going. Multi-laser man. Blow him up. All right, so you're going to go down there. You take him. And then you're going to go attack my vassal, Tanegashima, and he's going to go, please, Mr. Tex, save me. And I'm going to go, nope. And then you control all of these little islands. And then I want you to start being the man with the navy as I solidify control over the island.
Tanegashima. I was looking for it.
Right. So what
I think Tosa is pretty naval strength, at least they have been every time I've dealt with them. So we'll likely crash with them.
Right.
Some point.
Well, what I'm thinking is you take these islands and then after a certain point, and you build up your navy and build up your investments because these islands are money makers and the trade ports and everything. Try to go take Sato halfway down the map because I think it has a gold mine. And that's what you should do is send an expeditionary force on the island off the north tip there and take Sato and then land your Marines on the far end all the way up at Oshima and Hiyama, way on the far north of the map. You know what I mean? Just spring load around them and do an island campaign, and I'll push up the mainland.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, no, I want to turn these core islands into fort drums, though.
Exactly.
Little concrete battleships.
That's exactly what I want you to do, is I want you to turn your core holdings right now into just impenetrable land and build up a massive navy. And in the meantime, I'm going to solidify control over the main island, or our little boot, and we are going to go around and kick the 6 shades of shit out of these people.
My favorite part about bombarding targets is it levels up your ships.
You know, when the gunner pulls the trigger and he hears the shell ride off into the heavens, somewhere distantly in his soul, he sees that little flash of the star pattern. Hit. He knows. He knows.
Yeah, he does. Okay.
All right. I can't tax my
continuing,
people. It feels wrong.
Continuing with siege.
I will take a minimal trade levy, and that is it. I am going to just use a minimum. Oh, he wants a trade. Enough brave men have died, he says. All right, fine. I'll have a peace treaty. However, in exchange, I will have a trade, and then in exchange, I will destroy you in 10 turns.
Oh, he's attacking again.
Excellent.
So we'll do the same thing again.
Exactly. Second verse, same as the first. Let's do this again. You know, I bet a fucking katana and a guy, like, riding a horse at full clip with a katana as you, like, try to hurriedly shoot him with a then Martini Henry as he comes barreling at you.
I mean, those look like matchlocks.
Well, that's the thing, is I'm saying if that.
Yeah.
So under best condition, you've got a Western gun in good shape and good ammo. But imagine this guy that's been trained by people who've been doing this forever coming at you, and you're just like, I hope this Western magic works, because otherwise I'm fucked. I mean, that would be horrifying.
There, I gave you the spear levy, both generals, and the cannons.
Thank you. I'm going to shoot them with the cannons, and it's going to be hilarious. I'm ready, man. Dude, just get ready. Get ready to lay people out.
All right.
All right, he's like, today, sir, we defend. Okay,
so we got 30 matchlock khaki. The line infantry are the two that are, the levy infantry and the line infantry are in okay shape. And then, of course, they've got...
Oh, dear!
Oops.
Some men just fell down.
There appears to be a hole in their formation.
Oh, man. It's almost like approaching a position as perilous. Don't do it. No, please, stop. Actually, I need to be aiming for that guy to hit the horses. They overshoot. All right.
They overshoot because they're moving towards you. They are angling towards the cannons, I notice.
Let's see how that works out for them. Seems to be not working so great, Dep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. All right. You want to play? Dep, pinwheel on these motherfuckers.
Yep. I'm preparing.
Close the gate. Pull a Chamberlain. At what point do you stop running across the field? You know what I mean? Like, at what point do you just go...
Well, they're fucked now. They either turn to face me and just get murdered by cannons, or they continue their charge towards you and get murdered by infantry.
Well, it seems to be they want to pinwheel wide here. But their horses, as it turns out, are not explosion-proof, so that's ending predictably.
Yep. Oh, they...
They found the fun corner.
Yep.
Ah, yes, running back and forth.
Good Lord.
These guys really want to do this? Yes. Marching band around, that will help. Can you form an S for suck? Alright, time to run them down.
Yep. Get our generals in.
Your general is under attack.
Good.
Yes, he is.
He better be.
That's what I fucking pay him for.
Yeah, run them down. Come on, generals. You wanna win a war? Fight it from the front like a man. Or a woman. I don't care. Just fight it from the front. Let Lyudmila Pavlichenko and Maria Overskotova and, like, Fucking Heinz Guderian. Just fucking fight it from the front.
Your cannons are just dumping shrapnel into the melee.
Good. Fucking fight from the front. That's what you get. If you can't handle business, the cannons will.
Over the enemy.
Fight from the front.
All right, run them down.
No
I
surrender.
want none to leave.
Leave one. Oh, man.
Ah.
I was going to say, leave one scarred man.
I will take every other finger.
That's the thing is, man, you got to do some warlord shit. You got to put yourself
Yeah.
in the mindset of a warlord. Because I
Now
find,
let's see.
well, I
if
find too
they-
many
no.
historians easily judge then with now instead of
Yeah.
looking at it from, no, what was it like living then? And so if it's
Oh,
like,
it looks like he's coming to try and bombard my.
oh dear, it appears my navy should be ready. My battle station shall be fully operational shortly.
Exit.
However, I'm also trying to not raise taxes and run a competent defense of the state and improve on everything, which means the state is
Yeah.
perennially bankrupt.
Yep. The only reason I'm not is because I've only got the one territory right now.
Yeah, I've been,
Oh, I have bombarded them so heavily they will not let me bombard the town anymore.
splendid, splendid. I think they're learning their lesson. Surely, slowly. I
I will
think.
be right back.
All right, he has to go stir a soup. But no, it's like one of those things. As I've told people, that's his dog. He doesn't get up that loudly. But it's like one of those things where, as I'm fond of pointing out, people try to judge history with the lens of now without understanding how things were for the people then, and that's unfair to the people then. Most people are just trying to get by. But it is also interesting to try to put yourself in those shoes, to try to put yourself in the shoes of the people then. Live that little life. Oh, I'm going to make some money. I have so many fucking ports and I make so much fuck. Oh, well, fuck you then. Fuck you and your hat. You want some money? Unacceptable. I don't want it. Well, fuck off then. Yeah, money. Fuck yeah. People love trade. Trade good. Who am I hostile with? Oh yeah, that guy off the eye because I wore it. Yeah, all right. Unacceptable. Wow. He's kind of a dick about it. Well, I'm just American businessman. Oh. Ooh. No. American businessman. Yes. I want someone who's dangerous and wild with technology. All right, let's see. Melee, command at sea, command when defending. Ooh, armor? No armor. All in. All gas, no brakes. If this guy comes to attack, I'm going to ruin him. However, it's now Deputy's turn, which means I have to wait for him. Which means I need to start looking through my research and start planning my next move. So once I get the consular court, I can then get into relations with the West, and I can slowly start building toward large weapons like ironclads. I will have a tiny navy, but I will have a high-tech navy. I will have a tiny army at first, but in time, super powered. Ah, he's back. Excellent. So I've got this guy coming in and that guy coming in. It's all going to be nice. Good.
I've returned.
Ah, yes. So, what we are doing, it is your turn, but I'm going to slowly build favorable trade with a lot of people, then slowly gobble up my neighbors. But I was also pointing out something from the perspective of, well, not only history,
Plus 10%
but...
accuracy to artillery. My generals leveled up.
Yes. But I was going on about history and historiography and how a lot of people try to view the lens of history through now, and I always try to encourage people to go do reenactments, just to try to live that life for like an afternoon. And even if you're only like 20% accurate to it, you can kind of crawl into someone's head. Yeah. It's little things. Like, you've done your fair share of World War II reenactment. I've done my fair share of World War II reenactment, and I've also done Civil War and American Revolution twice. You know, so it's interesting to learn like just little things like how you make camp.
I'm gonna auto resolve this.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be all. It's all ogre now. All right, so welcome to your new home. Welcome to your nice little island. I wonder what these islands are like now. Like, you never hear anything about Tsushima after that little battle in 1904. Like, do they keep it on the DL? Is there someone out there?
I would if I were them.
Well, so would I. I don't want fucking tourists crawling over my shit. I'd be like, no, this is the island full of lepers. You know, I'd be like, no, this is where fire ants, like, are on the city council.
Oh, but you'd have, like, goth chicks who want to go to the leper isle.
Well, that's why I said fire ants. No one likes fire ants. All right, I'm just going to auto-resolve and put down this rebellion. I just need to put it down a little bit. I just need to shoot some people who don't understand the way I think. So, bang, bang.
They could have joined your force, and instead they rebelled.
Dude, I would have given them jobs as cops.
Oh, hell yeah.
I would have been like, oh, wow, you're on the losing side, but look, you know this place, you know how things work. Hit auto-resolve. Hit it! Urgh!
I apologize. I forget that I have to be involved.
It's all right. This game makes you hold hands. It's co-op by force. It's like, are you sure? Do you consent to your partner?
It's a group project in fucking high school.
Ugh. It is. So yeah, I've managed to conquer this much, and now I need to pour a lot of money into infrastructure, which is just gonna be one of those projects where I'm like, yay, look, I built.
Especially since he burnt down your copper mine and a bunch of other shit.
Well, he's a dick. That's what dicks do. They just burn shit down. He's just sitting there like, oh, you can't have your copper mine. I'm like, what about my pipe? I need my pipe. I need my copper pipe. I need a lot of things. I mean,
I want martial wisdom.
Where are we going to get telegraph wire? You want us to use optical semaphore? Because no, I don't want a wavy, wacky arm, flagpole in my backyard with lights on it. I don't want the clacks. I don't want it. All right, so where are we going? Let's see, Bungo, repair,
We're going to do a large town. Army.
Are you building up a nice city? Are you building up something nice?
Yes, Tsushima is going to be a nice city, mainly because I want to have a police station there for the repression. So I don't have to garrison large numbers of troops there.
Well, that's fair. Also, you could train a lot of Ishin Shishis there and then export them to the mainland to begin, exhorting control
Plying their trade?
As it were. Agitating, doing the agitprop stuff. I think it would be kind of wild, but I would love to see this, and I know it'll be kind of twisted, but I would love to see a game of this set in the world of 1984.
Okay, I have past friendship, but different allegiance with Fukue, Goto Island. So I'm in excellent position to declare war on them in a turn or two.
All right, cool. I am going to park my navy off his navy and just wait until I can help.
Excellent. I will call my allies when it happens.
And then I can just start attacking their navy, so by the time your navy shows up, they're softened up.
Yeah.
And they're not bombarding your port.
Which gets expensive rather quickly. No, that's the just death knell on my last attempt at the single player campaign. I actually was playing Saga that time. And everyone declared war on me, and I had like 15,000 gold damage to my foreign port, and it murdered my trade, and I just floundered.
Yeah, I've had that problem as well in this game. It's been you'll have an economic hole and you'll never catch up. You will never,
and they'll just keep throwing trash ships at your ports.
Yeah, you'll never ever ever catch up, and it's just all right. Let me get rid of this fucking levy. I don't need it. That levy's embarrassing. That's old technology. I don't follow the old ways. And then
Understandable.
yeah, so now I have to continue my minimal tax campaign, or my people will hang me. They are absolutely gonna hang me. If I don't keep up this minimal tax campaign, they're probably gonna be like, we elected you to be the least interfering government ever, and I'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
Assuming this was an election, I would not be in power long, Deb. You know that.
I know.
They would definitely shoot
So
me.
let me get some line infantry, and I'm gonna get rid of the spear levy because fuck them.
I would issue every tax-paying household as part of their, like, if you overpay your taxes, you would get government ammunition as trade surplus. Like, we're subsidizing the ammunition industry in this time era because you need to in order to have a working arsenal system so you don't get invaded. But that's also a good way of generating jobs and local arsenals and storage depots for, generations of trained people in case you need them in times of war. But also for people in the civilian populace who are looking for decent jobs. And it's a work program, but it's a work program that actually works for national defense, and that would be my approach to it. But what I would do that would be fun is you just the excess of your taxes would be just returned to you in ammunition, which would be accepted as cents on the dollar. Like each bullet is a cent, or you can shoot it. I mean, free hunting rights.
If my ammunition cost 1 cent a round, I'd shoot a lot more.
Oh, yeah. God, shit.
Yeah, right?
Well, that's the thing, is the purchasing power of money back then is really substantial when you think about it. And it does make you think. It makes you go, But let's see. I'm going to put a police station there.
Even with that, there's some very interesting constants. The cost of a rifle in trade value has not really changed,
with a few exceptions. With certain things, especially falling out of mass manufacture, like M1 Garands.
Oh, absolutely. But to get a so-so rifle now is about $700, which is about the cost of an ounce of gold. In 1860, to get a so-so Henry was about an ounce of gold, which I believe was $40 at the time.
Yeah, and it does make you really wonder about not only how logistics chains have not only made more things available, like not only complex materials, because the steel, or the quote-unquote steel, of the 1860s and 1870s is a far cry from what we punch out today in terms of not only hardness, but also uniform quality. Which is pretty amazing. We have industry standards and a lot more things today, but with the logistics logjam out there currently preventing, presence and everything from getting where they are, I think that it's kind of curious to think what we've lost, I guess, with the fall of the old arsenal systems. Where it is largely indigenous, but more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, centralized and indigenous, and in some ways designing to meet a need rather than putting out your requirements and having companies meet that need.
Right.
Was getting us very, very high quality weapons. It just took a long time to standardize on one that would work.
And the other problem is if you put a lot of big eggheads in one place and you tell them that their job is just to do R&D, they're gonna do that, but it's gonna be at their pace, and that's why you have like the Soviet system for arsenals, where it's like, hey, guess what? You may have all these people to work with you, Kalashnikov, but if you fuck up,
I now have the explosive shell.
Ah, excellent. Now the naval combat becomes hilarious. But yeah, it's one of those things where if you fuck up, Kalashnikov, we also will destroy you. So it's kind of like the Soviet system with also Koryolev, where he is basically in this little city self-contained and everything, you know, these Soviet space cities, and they just kind of tightly control their smart people in these tiny little places and enclaves, and it's like do or die, you know.
All right. Once I've got a police station built, the army's coming out of Tsushima and it's going to Goto.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm upgrading my infrastructure all the way, making it work.
And I'm moving a shinobi over into Hero so that you can see what's going on over there.
You know who I was reading about the other day in terms of I was reading a little bit on the Italian states, specifically during the time of Court Alexander Sixtus, or Pope Borgia, depending on which camp you're on in that. But so Alexander Sixtus, interesting guy. Lots of interesting things happen in that court, thanks to the very accurate recordings of the court secretary, which was, I believe it was the legal counsel and court secretary, who was a Swiss dude by the name of Burkhalter. At least I believe correctly. I hope I'm not just pulling this name out of my ass, but this guy kept like a really accurate record of the comings and goings and everything else. But you start seeing these really weird characters coming out, and I'm not just talking about the Borgia family. Like when you start getting into people like Cesare Borgia or Lucrezia Borgia, again, whole rabbit hole there. But one of the things that made me laugh was reading about this lady named Caterina Sforza, who was the Lioness of Forlì. She basically had this fortress, right? And she had she had a fuckload of cannons. And she was like, I believe in everyone can pay me to use my fucking rotor. They can get shot by my fucking cannons, which is a very like fuck around and find out thing. And for anyone who's a specialist in this era of history, I am painting with very broad strokes here, because this is a relatively new era of study for me. So I'm giving the broad strokes, and I want you guys to read deeper into it. But basically, pretty badass lady that when people like try to talk down to her, she just shoots at them. And I'm like, yeah, I like that kind of Renaissance Mad Max aesthetic, where it's like, I got a castle and guns, and I have a private army. And when the Pope dies, I'm going to rampage around for 3 days because that's traditional. The riot was traditional. It had been since Roman times. And so it was like the Pope dies, and it was like, all right, the riot. And so then you'd pull out your private armies, your condottieri, and send them out. And then all the houses would be fighting like line infantry battles with pike and shot in the streets while they're electing a new Pope. And it's like, what the fuck? This is amazing chaos. I love little things in history where you're reading that and you're like, oh my God, it's so funny. Tragic, but funny. All right. I'm building matcha. I don't like it, but I know hipsters do, and I know they have money, so they can have some. See, hipsters and I... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm going to be nicer than you will. Boom.
My police station is 3 turns from being built.
Excellent. All right, so I am like ahead of the curve on technologies. I'm doing really well in the civil service tech, but yeah, it's kind of interesting as well to look back to this time period and kind of wonder what you'd be doing for a job, like what kind of work you would be doing, where you have this kind of second greater industrial age, because some people say the industrial age begins with, the mill age, turning machines and the cotton gin and all these other things. But I think that really for me the proper industrial age is like Isambard Sultan Brunel. That motherfucker is the start of the industrial age. The guy's like, I would solve all the problem of the railroads by myself.
Yeah.
I will build the largest ships in the world out of materials you never thought possible. Like I will build a tunnel under the water. Just bonkers, crazy stuff. And like that's where I point and I go, yes, mutton chops and top hats. That's my age of industry. The Dickensian age of misery. That is my age of industry. Did I ever tell you about when I played Anno 1800 with Nick and Colberto, which for people who don't know have been, well, Colberto's the voice of Discount Dan and the character of Discount Dan. And he's also a huge Battletech nerd, cool guy. And then there's Nick, who is my roommate, my friend, and he as well he's one of these Steiner scouts. He's Steiner Command. And he's a really cool guy. And so these two guys and I were playing Anno 1800 with Patate. And we weren't recording it. We were just playing it. And I'd never played any really of the Anno games before. People would occasionally gift them to me. But I never really played them. And so I'm playing this, and it's the 1800s. And I start... And I build up and I realize, oh no, this is one of those fucking German tech tree games where it's like, there's an optimal way to build a town, and if you deviate from this pattern, you fail. And I'm like, ugh. So everyone else has got the Anno pattern down. Like, this is the way you build shit. This is the way you build shit. This is the most efficient way of building. You need to be here by this time. You blah, blah, blah. Everyone's like fucking on the ball. They've got it down. And I'm the fish out of water like, uh-oh, I built too many of this and too many of that, and now it's all imbalanced. And I'm just like spinning plates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just keep grabbing more stuff because I'm just trying to learn. I'm a learn by doing guy, not a optimal method guy. I just want to fuck around and find out what part of the game sings to me. And everyone else is playing very properly. I'm not shitting on them at all. They're playing their best game. So I find out that there is a prison on the map, and the prison will buy soap at a fixed price. And instantly I go, I'm going to break the game. So I create a industry. I create a mass industry to slaughter and render hogs that covers like half of my island is the squealing of dying pork, which are then turned into two products: sausage and soap. Now, the other half of my island is a steel foundry in a valley next to a coal mine and a coal coking plant. And there is a perennial, horrible leaden haze hanging over the whole town. And then I had a massive fisherman's wharf at the end. And so I named this horrible dystopian nightmare Hogfish Bay. And if you came close to it, all you could hear was the squealing of animals dying, and then just the black roiling soot and like hacking coughs. And everyone just would look over and be horrified at my ant farm. They were just like, oh my God, like, why would you do that, Tex? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, what is this horrible tragedy? And I'm like, I don't get it. And they're like, what is this? And I was like, well, it's Anno 1800. I mean, Charles Dickens grew up like working in a boot blacking factory. The guy didn't have a happy childhood. That's why he wrote all of this horrible fucking shit. So, you know, I'm role playing, you know, I'm launching into the character that I have been given. And I want to play that to the utmost. That's it. And that's all I want to do is I want to play it to the utmost. And so if I'm going to be a dystopian Gilded Age bastard, I have to be the mostest. So
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so there was like open coal seams and pits and like gas flues belching smoke everywhere and sparks raining down on parts of the town, the wailing of unattended children, you know, all the windows were like coked up with coal dust and like just row after row after row of hogs being rendered into bacon. And a giant soapworks next to a fish market. And it's all covered with soot. And it was the most horrifying thing. Like, most people stopped playing their game with so much attention and just looked over at my, like, horrible recreation of Victorian England. And they were like, why would you do this? And when people asked me why, I would explain, like, well, they actually used to call London Coke Town because the coal coking works. And I explained like the Great Stink and a few other things where, yeah, you have a huge industrial age, but it's so big and so condensed at the biggest empire the world has seen. It's massive when you think about it. Because you see something that goes from like agrarian economy to like world-class use of automated printing. I mean,
in a generation.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy to go from like loom to printed patterns by the foot.
Yep.
And to go from wood to iron to steel. I mean, it's like boom, boom, boom. Very, very quick. Trains go from like goofy trains where it's like, you know, the giant goofy cartoon piston that goes like up and down, and the train goes like a mile an hour, and you have a guy like slowly prodding the lever when it doesn't want to make it all the way around. And they go from that to like doing like 60. It's pretty terrifying.
We had individuals who watched the two railroads meet and form the Trans-Union Railroad, and then also watched the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
That must have been a trip. Like, I remember there's that picture. You'll remember that.
Copper plating, yes.
Yes. You'll remember that picture, that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful picture of the old, like, Civil War vet next to, like, the P-80 shooting star. And he's just sitting there with his long old man, like Rip Van Winkle beard, and they put the helmet on him, and he just is looking like, why? I've seen man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. Like,
yep.
That guy must have been like, he remembers when like a telegram was hot shit, and then he sees like jets.
Yeah.
I saw a balloon
preparing for the moon landing as he passes away.
Yeah, he's like, we're going to the moon. He's probably like, in a balloon? And they're like, no. Some Germans are helping us. Don't ask any questions.
Yeah. They surprisingly have no history before 1945. Do not worry. They're American citizens.
We can vouch for their previous employers. They were very effective in their role. Oh, wow. Eager to serve. No, I don't need another fucking general. I don't. You don't need to collect generals. That's the way you end up with the demise of your everything. Also, I forgot I have people in my family council that I can have do things. All right, you can be the inspector general, and you can be nothing, and I'm me. Excellent. All right, so with the current rate of really decent economic progression, I should be able to build larger towns, and I hope to eventually vastly improve my road and trade networks to encompass a wider area of trade so that I may be faster to move my armies and products to whoever needs them. See, ideally, if I could put my faction, any faction that I had, in a setting, I'd love to see the idea of a corporate exo-state like Cargonia, where it's like the Cargonian Union, and you have to be like vouched in, and you have to like earn your way in. But once you're into this thing, it's like a universal fraternity of workers. So you could just walk up, walk up and nod and shake your hand, have the right ring and what have you. It's like the mob, but for like trade. So it's like, hey, you know where I could get some and some? They're like, yeah, no problem. I'll find it for you. Or, like, hey, I'm looking to get set up in business. No problem. I'll help you. Just something like that.
It's the tradesman.
Yeah.
It's like the Masons, but it's the tradesman.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool. Like, I wouldn't make it shadowy. I'd just be like, this is an organization that vouches for its own. And their work.
6 infantry stacks should be enough, yeah.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, okay, he has a pretty healthy garrison. We're going to have to shell it. We're going to have to shell it a lot. But don't worry, because once you shell it, it's fine. Just don't throw them in to the meat grinder, and also wait till the rest of winter. You have till the rest of winter to get this right.
Yeah. I'm not rushing anything.
Well, you shouldn't. You're Japanese.
Fuck.
I made a joke. It's funny. All right, so here's what we're going to do. All right, let's see. Tanegashima, Harado, Kokura. What are we doing? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, they're scuffling, but they're not fighting me. However, I'm worried about this Kakura guy because he swallowed up people next to you.
Mm-hmm. He swallowed up my ally.
Yeah, that's not good. You shouldn't have gotten involved in that. That
I
sounds
didn't.
like your ally's business.
It was.
You're like, well, hope it works out for you. Dum da dum dum dum. Oh God. Yeah, that must suck. Just be like, send help. I'm sorry, I can't hear you on the telegraph.
He didn't ask me for help.
Oh. So he was like, it's my
Yeah.
time to say goodbye, and he just started playing Send in the Clowns as they burned his house down. Like what's going on? However, this neighbor of yours has a rather large army.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have an army in your capital. You need one bad.
Yeah. I'm building up line infantry on Tsushima because I've got a cadet school.
All right. Well, I just want to keep that guy in mind, but I'm also trying to build up my not suck forces and my economy so I can make the money. And then once I build more towns and make more money, I will be an excellent trade partner to everyone.
Oh, hey, he's picking on Higo now.
Is he?
That may or may not be a good thing.
Picking on who?
The guy between us.
Oh.
Higo province.
So Hirado is poking at Higo. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, it looks like I'll have to fight him next for it. So once he takes it and pulls out, I'll take it. And then he'll be like, God damn it.
And then that war's on, yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll make it work. We will make it work.
Indeed.
All right, let me go through and get my guys. There we go.
I'm just making sure, yep.
See, I would run on a platform. I'd run my little group on a platform of just free trade and, good relations with the neighbors. But if you fuck around, you find out and we destroy you. And then we administer your property and then allow you to elect your own leaders that aren't crazy. Process states into the economic block. We all make money. I want to ruin history in such a way to where we do have a cyberpunk Tokyo. That has been my goal from the beginning. I just need to make the right economic choices now to enable the
That is a
Zaibatsus.
lofty and correct goal. Yes.
Well, I need to make the correct choices now to make the Zaibatsus I want happen. Right? So I need to get into that on the bottom level of very stupid. So hold on. All right.
So next turn is the last of winter?
All right. Well, I will not be ready to campaign for some time.
Okay. I am ready to campaign now, I believe.
I take that back.
But I'm only going to go for Goto. Limited objective, limited conflict.
All right. Well, if you're going to go to Goto, I'm ready at that. I'm ready at Goto.
Yeah.
If you're talking about this guy next to you, because it looks like they're actually going to throw down in big numbers, and I might gobble one of their territories up. I might.
Yeah. Well, I've got that shinobi over there so that we can see what happens. Otherwise, it goes dark.
Well, yeah, I want to know how this balance of power plays out. Also, I want to know where his army is so I can be where it isn't, and then I can honorable third-party more territory into my economic union. My warlord-driven economy that is funded by ammunition, free access to firearms, and lots of money. Then we would train, and we would have massive fights in arenas that all would watch, and the best would be selected into mercenaries that we would then rent out.
Indeed. A lofty goal, if ever there were one.
I want to make something crazy happen, so I need to create a historical divergence from the prime continuum here. And I'm thinking that by manipulating and fucking up the concept of the Zaibatsu in 1865 would be kind of funny.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Because that does change things. It do.
All right, Navy's coming over.
Excellent.
next turn, we'll declare war. My next turn. So,
All right.
because that should be how long it takes to put people on the
All right. I mean, it should. ...
show.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're fighting back and forth. That's nice. Nice for us.
Yes, 2 weakened nations is better than 1 strong.
Yes.
Together, 8 strong.
Together, apes large. What? I never saw that one. I
Nor did I.
Yeah, I did not see
I only
that.
know the meme.
I know the meme, but they were like, they're still making those? Like, sometimes I run into movies and I'm like, they're still making those? I don't know what to say to them. Because, like, okay, I'll give you an example. Like, Underworld, right? That's basically World of Darkness, the movie. There was some legal action behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit. There was a little bit of legal action behind the scenes on that because they did pretty much the World of Darkness thing, but filed the serial numbers off. And a lot of people did that back then. It was a whole goth vampire aesthetic thing that really was kind of World of Darkness's niche. A lot of people moved into it and some toes were stepped on. But if you look at the Underworld movie, the first one, pretty fucking rad movie. It's like a World of Darkness movie, right? And
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm declaring war.
And then I find out there's like 8, 9, 40 of them. I don't know. Or like, God, Fast and the Furious. I think I saw the first one. Like, there was one where they were, what was the first one? They were like hijacking like CRT monitors on the highway.
Yes, it was VCRs and CRT monitors.
Yeah, man, that's woo. Yeah. So imagine.
Well, so a truck hijacking like that actually did occur a couple years back in California. Do you know what they stole?
What?
Walnuts.
Wow.
$1.5 million worth of walnuts.
It's a lot of fucking money in nuts. What are, like, hold on. Is that like,
agricultural crime is massive because how the fuck do you cerealize an orange?
Well,
or maple syrup? There was a several $1 million
I remember
maple
that
syrup heist in Canada.
Yeah, there was. All right, so there's his navy, right? So here's what I'm gonna do: is I'm gonna shoot his navy up.
Mm-hmm.
Because my navy needs to be stronger. Now, if you want to come in and help my navy, that's cool. If not,
oh hell yeah,
right. Let's be naval buddies.
I think I have a higher weight of cannon on this ship than they've got in their entire fleet. So
probably correct. But no,
as long as that larger boiler does not mean I have another boiler explosion.
Hippity hoppity,
we'll be fine.
Ship go poppity. Yeah, boiler explosions in this era would have been wild. I want to see a game where you get to play from 1700 to 1900. And I want to see all the slow tech advances and what have you. How? Oh my God!
As they just ramp up to frantic.
Yeah, because the tech advances would be glacial at first, but then I would love to see a tech system where it wasn't choose one thing at a time. I would say focus research, and you would develop a lot of ancillary things.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, bud. I'm 1,000% ready.
All right, I'm coming in. Oh, look at that. 3 masts of glory.
We're going to go in.
Today, sir, we attack.
All right, boys. You may not be the best, or the brightest, or the best smelling, or the most literate, or the best. But you are my forces.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
Do your job, job doer.
Yeah, like, don't die, go forward, come back, and I'll remember your name. Go up there and die, and you can suck a dick. I guess.
Okay, let's
or not.
see.
I don't know. Just kill him.
Explosive shell, yeah. We'll go ahead and load explosive shell. Oh, I see their mast in the fog.
Aye. They be out there in the deep.
I'm going to come up on your left, and maybe we can pinch them between us and just blow them to smithereens.
That's the idea.
How concerned would you be as, like, captain of a gun crew that you're firing just as fast as your crew can out of the port side of the ship? And you're like, yeah, we're besting the enemy, and then shells start coming through from the starboard side behind you.
That would be most unpleasant.
Oh, this is bad.
All right, let's do this.
I see. He's letting us come to him.
Well,
He's
I have a
waiting.
shittier ship that is a hole in my budget. I will correct this. I will draw him in and make him use my ammunition.
Danger.
And he on me. If he wishes the fisticuffs, I will give him the fisticuffs. Bam, bam, bam. Come on. Bring it around. What terrible steering. Okay, those are hits. I can't see a goddamn thing. Now I can.
There he is. He sent his gunboat out to you.
I will trade shots with him. Huzzah! I will trade you for glasses, sir. Coming up on the old...
Oh yeah, it turns out that gunboat does not like having 26 guns emptied at it at once.
Ah, you went with a steam screw frigate, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't fuck around. Go heavy.
Oh, there we go. I blew it up with the explosive shell. Fast reload.
Yeah, I'm just using iron shot. Oh, he's having a bad time.
He's having a bad day. Come on, start some fires. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Oh, he's ablaze.
He's surrendered.
Surrendered and on fire.
Surrender this.
I think I just got you another ship, sir.
Maybe. I'll take it.
Depends on if they think that sank after the end of the battle or not.
Well, maybe we did kill the captain at the end.
Yeah.
He was
No,
like,
we
I
sank from
surrender.
bottom.
And then... All right, so his shit's gone. Let me treat his people to a bombardment. Ah, there you go. You may have one bombardment, yes. Have you heard of second bombardment? Well, that's on you, Dad. Lay into them. March your army up and kill them all. I bombed his cadet school, so he can't train any more people.
Excellent.
Explosive shells, eh? Yes, I want those soon. And then I will build a trade port. And I will begin...
Don't you have to have a offer to build the trade port?
Soon.
Ah.
Soon.
Oh, 2 turns remaining of winter. I thought that was the last turn.
2 turns of winter. All right.
You are ready.
I'm pretty much ready. I just had to think a minute.
You're fine.
Because I'm sitting here wondering, like, at my rate of current accrual, trying to make sure I also have my Ishin Shishi guys everywhere, because I always fear, especially at this early era, a lot of enemy agents, because if they get lucky early and they flip one of your like core provinces, it's all over. It goes downhill real quick. Because you're really, really vulnerable after that first push.
I think we can just push their shit in.
You think? Well, let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. That'll be a good way to end this episode. The Battle of Goto.
1865.
1865. If man is still alive, if woman can survive, in the year 1865. Oh, God. It reminds me of that movie, Gentlemen Broncos. Like, that movie's an acid trip, but it's also a love letter to classic, like, pulp novels. Now, give me the artillery. We must return our island right something war. I'm trying to...
All right, you've got the cavalry and the artillery. I will do the infantry.
I'm going to hire somebody who writes better than I do in the spur of the moment. I'll do the Pancho Villa. Tell them I said something great.
Yes. All right, launching.
All right, let's do
Men are
this.
ready to attack, sir.
All right, let's move some guys down the hill. Let's move this guy down here. And then let's move this guy down here. And let's move this guy down here.
And if you would not mind just blowing the smithereens out of anybody manning a position on a wall.
I will do my best to do my duty to murder them for their country. And if it ever gets too stupid...
Since everything's just moving.
And if it ever gets too stupid, I'll find someone who pays me more.
Excellent. Yeah.
All right, there we go. Let's just put that there. Wrap them guns around. And first of all, we're going to shell that gate just to make your job easy. You know, that gate needs to go. Gate needs to go. Gate go. Ah, you put it in quarter time.
Oh, sorry. My resolution screwed up after I tabbed out, so I can't see the edges of my screen.
Oh, look at that explosion. It's
Nice.
a nice detonation. All right, I'm going to hit it with some shrapnel, just see what happens, because sometimes that starts fires.
I am,
Nope, doesn't look like we're getting any of that action. Well, once this tower's down, or this gate's down, I'll bomb the next one.
Yep, and I've got 40 seconds on my first naval bombardment, and then my second 2 minutes after that.
Excellent. Our Navy will be offshore, just sitting there hanging out, doing its thing. Actually, in this era, for shore bombardment, you'd have to have a dedicated bomb mortar ship, really, to do anything of substance.
Yeah, you'd need a carronade ship or something.
Yeah, something where you could lob something heavy over the walls. Hit the magazine.
I do appreciate that the naval gunfire support always comes in vertical.
Well, yeah, it's fun. Things go to space and they come down from space. Rods from God. All right, so come on, artillery, why aren't you shooting? Shoot the tower. Shoot the fucking tower. There, okay.
So we'll go ahead and just do that. Oh, yep.
All right, tower, okay, that's gone.
Yep, gate's gone.
All right, let's just see where your naval gunfire comes from and see what it does here. I wonder what's going on these little islands these days. You never hear shit from them.
No.
Wow, those guys went flying. Fuck those guys, huh? Okay, that's terrifyingly imprecise. It's like someone shaking kernels out of a bag. It just dumped it on them like, yeah.
Yeah, it killed 8 people.
Where could it land next? Who knows? Better surrender.
That was the focused attack.
Very focused. All right, you got 2
Oh,
towers
man.
down.
Yeah, 2 gates down.
That's a good one.
Oh, there we go. Yep, beautiful. So that's general. That's a general. That's a general. The only cavalry they've got are generals.
All right, let's hit it. I mean, shit.
I'm moving infantry in.
I'm knocking the towers down. This will be easy. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna concentrate on that wall right there. If they line up on it, they getting shot. That's how it's gonna work.
Well, there's 2 units on the wall right now.
Also, you have 2 generals. Those guys are pretty expensive, Depp. Let me, let me get that number lower for you.
Yeah. He's got 3 actually. He's hiding 1 around the wall.
No.
So
I mean your generals. You have so many generals. You need fewer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This would also be a really fun game for the Dune universe.
Yes.
Build your little house armies, and you have your fief, and you're doing little wars back and forth between planets, and you have to pay like guild fees that go up and down. Great setting for that.
Would be, yeah. You know what? I'm going to have these guys mount a wall way over there. And I'm going to put these guys right here.
Smash. They all go. All right, so I got my guys. I mean, my guys are all out here. They're doing their thing. Look at them all shooting at us.
Your general is under attack.
Oh no, the general's being attacked. Deputy, oh no. Oh no, the general.
Oh, egad.
It's bullets that aren't hitting your professional infantry, so he's doing his job.
My very professional infantry.
I'm shelling the guy. Oh yeah, there's their general. That's the guy I want to kill. Let's do this. Let's hit this general. Come on, guys. Come on, sink it in there. If we can blow their general up, this will be fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah, Yerikachi. They've dismounted their Yerikachi.
Well, I'm going to shell them.
I've got naval gunfire support coming in on my position. There we go. Oh, fucking fuck. Of course it's just hitting the place with nobody.
Well, I'll say this much. It forced them into your line, and now they don't know what to do. This is fucking murderous.
Yeah.
They're losing a lot of boys.
They are.
I'm sending your generals up to rally your boys?
Please do. Yep.
Your boys need to be bolstered and made brave.
They need a bolster. They need a big bolster. Oh, you're sending the cavalry in. The saber cavalry.
Yes, where they will excel.
Yeah.
There, rally, you motherfuckers.
Good news, sir. The enemy general.
Yeah, we just killed the enemy general.
Hell yeah.
Dismount, Cav. Get in there.
Oh, God.
Dude, it's point blank. It's saber time.
Yeah, it is. It is. Get up there, you fucking fucks. Get up there. Okay, so general's fleeing. We've got spear levy there. They'll get murdered.
All right.
Absolutely.
I'm inspiring the shit out of your boys.
Excellent. Good. Good.
Units can no longer fire, General.
All right, Artie's out.
The cannon's done. Yep.
All right, here comes the saber, Cav. Oh, we're going in. We're going in. Oh man, look at this murder hole. This is great. Their guys don't know what to do. They're like, why?
Why?
Why? Why is the cavalry on foot? Why are these guys with the giant boots in here stabbing people?
Alright.
There's nowhere to run. You must only push forward. We shall see who can pound harder. Wellington.
A unit has grown weary, sir.
No one may grow weary. Only more horses. Forward, boys. Cavalry inside the fort. You will be glad to know one of your units did not run. It was instead murdered to a man.
Yes.
Bravely. I'm using the horses to break through because they're very, very heavy. As you can see, it's quite effective. Forward, men, forward. No, we won't be ants today. Forward. Crunch, crunch. Yes, there we go. Yes, run them down. Stab, stab.
Yeah, you guys mount that wall and start fighting the levy infantry.
A whole unit has fallen to the enemy.
Oh no.
Whole unit.
As opposed to what, 3/4 of a unit? Dude, these guys are fucking fighting like mad fucks. This is great. The enemy is trying to escape, and they can't, because I've made a logjam of bodies. I have corked the gate. You may surrender yourself to death.
Spear levies come out to play.
They will be murdered.
Oh, they're coming off the gate. Get up here.
Ride, Rohirrim.
Take the gate.
Your guys are gonna be hardened, horrible veterans by the end of this.
Yeah. And?
They've murdered all of these poor men at this gate.
This is the battle of Goto Gate.
Oh god, what a fucking metal battle.
Shaken the morale of the men, sir.
Oh, one of the generals died.
You have triumphed over
However, we broke through and we're murdering all of them. So you don't have to pay for one general anymore.
Okay. Which one was it? It wasn't my commander overall, was it?
I don't remember.
Because I brought our Shogun or whatever he is.
Oh. I don't remember. One of them...
Is the surviving one wearing green or red?
I can't tell you. His name is Oki Takado.
That doesn't fucking help me. I think that's my...
running, sir.
Okay. Running is a strong term. The survivors are fleeing.
Yeah, like, I think some of our guys have just broken.
Yeah, this is not a problem of cowardice. It's a problem of they no longer have weight of shot to influence the battle.
We have to leave. Oh my god, look at this cav running at them. Ha-ha!
Oh, good lord.
Oh no, no you don't. Come on!
Look at the pile of bodies at the gate. Jesus Christ.
I told you I'd get you that gate.
It is...
I told you. I told you, bro.
You did. You told me. Oh, their general is trying to hold the little circle, but it's within... Yeah.
Well, okay. We have to kill everyone, but we knew this was always the course of action.
Yeah. No one survives.
The parrot guns are just sitting back like, well, yeah.
Sucks to suck.
Well, they have a giant levy garrison of spear guys on the lower level.
Yeah, they came out to fight me as I climbed the wall, and they just kind of watched as I climbed the wall. So now I'm manning the gun so I can shoot down at them.
Wow.
Like that.
These guys are really dumb.
They're pretty fucking dumb.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and there's their levy garrison is no longer happy. I think they're bringing the spear levy around to try and take the general.
Oh.
Also, watch out for the fucking arrow.
An entire unit is dead, sir.
You've got the arrow tower there, and
I know.
will just pick people off.
I want to take it, but my guys are getting stuck in the door.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to climb the wall.
Steady, very tired, encouraged because they're inside the fort. Now, however, they're inside the lower portion while I now hold the upper portion.
All right, here goes your general climbing the wall.
Well, it's nothing if not, very from the front leadership.
Lead from the front.
26 minutes.
Listen, dude, it's a warlord era. Lead from the front. Don't
Excellent. The arrows are going after the fleeing 29 survivors of the 200-strong line infantry unit.
Cool. All right, so we're just gonna take this tower, and I don't know.
Yeah,
what
we're
else.
gonna take the towers, and I'm in the little capture zone for the main tower. Yeah, there we go. We now own the fort.
Wow. I guess that's a victory. Jesus Christ!
That
what
is a
bloodbath.
victory.
What a bloodbath! Costly victory.
Costly victory.
Costly. So costly.
You are correct. That army was costing me a lot of money.
It was, and now it won't.
What do we do with all these rations we bought for this 2,000 man strong army when we've got 300 survivors?
Surplus.
Oh, good Lord!
How bad was it?
Deployed 19,029, lost 1,479.
You know, I'm
or
gonna.
1,929.
All right, so we lost. Yeah, we lost a lot of the core, but I'll say this:
75%.
in square law, we got this.
Oh no, you lost both of the generals.
Oh.
It's a good thing the brother is at home.
Promoted. Happy birthday, you're in charge. Hey, guess whose family's on campaign still alive? Wait, don't raise your hand. I got some bad news.
Not too fast.
Not so fast there, bud.
Oh, and he's got an inn. We didn't damage the inn. That is excellent.
Excellent.
It's Christmas time down at Texas Place. That's on TV on a rifle case. It's Christmas time down at Texas Place, and there's plenty of guns to go round. Bang, bang, do the pistols clang as we gather round with the whole damn gang. Hail, hail clatters on the rail as we open up, yes, the pail.
Mission specifications decrypted. Welcome to the Syndicate.